Hello everybody, this is JW Tish, and I figured it's been a little while. Never mind. I figured, since the last weather radio collection video, there's been a lot of changes, so I figured I'd just go over these. And I do have a 300 subscriber special coming up. It's a surprise. And it's something I haven't done in a while, and I might get back to doing it here soon. So it's just been, I've been really busy recently, but aside from that, let's get started. So as you all know, this is the WR10EZ. This has been in my collection ever since it began. Very first radio I've owned that works, apart from the very first weather radio I owned was the version 4 WR100, which was a POS. Didn't pick up anything, and it was just not that good of a radio. But yeah, this is my most reliable one. Definitely recommend picking yourself up one, especially since severe weather might be hitting Ohio next weekend. I'm not too sure, but that's what the forecasters have been saying. So yeah, what other way to start off the severe weather season than doing another radio collection. So I'm going to shut my mouth and go over these radios. Like I said, this is the WR120EZ.
40 degrees under fair skies.
On KIG 86.
And now, from the Mid-Ohio region.
All but one of these radios is on KIG 86 because KIG 86 picks up Franklin, Fairfield, and Pickaway, which is basically, I live in between all three of those. So yeah, this one's a pretty loud radio. The siren's really loud. I cannot talk today. And let's go ahead and move on. Next up is the Recom R1630C. This is where I had, this is previously where the 74109 was, but that thing ran into a bunch of issues and I had to put it into storage, and it's actually back out now, and I had to do something really weird to it to get it back working again. But aside from that, this is the 1630C. The display is wrong because I've just been messing around with this thing a lot. As you can see, this is not a original 1630C. This has a white watch light, which works, and a green advisory statement light, which I think I burnt the resistor or something for it, so that doesn't work. But overall, this is pretty good radio. This is my second radio in my collection, given to me by EAS Siren Vids 01. It's pretty cool. We met up for a siren test at College View Estates, which I'm still waiting to get a video of that. Hopefully I'll get one this spring. We met up there, and who would have known that same day we would have had a tornado warning. But yeah, this is the 1630C, like I said, for the third time, because I don't know what I'm talking about.
A chance of showers after midnight.
This one's also on KIG
Unseasonably warm with
86.
lows in the lower 50s. Chance of rain.
This one picks up the best reception out of any other one of my radios. So yeah, definitely really good, really reliable, and you should get yourself one. Oh boy, where do I even start? The 74109. Yeah. This thing is the most bipolar weather radio I have ever owned, and it is a pain in the absolute rear to get it working. Yeah, it's pretty foggy, And believe it or not, the antenna's like that. I have to keep it like that because if I extend it, it makes a really loud, it sounds like you're microwaving popcorn when you extend the antenna. I actually had to plug in a cord and do some weird wire things like that up there because right up here is where it's actually picking up the reception, because apparently the built-in antenna has some sort of issue on these radios. I don't know why, but they are just absolutely built like crap. They're really loud though, very, very, very loud, and you can actually get hearing damage from one of these if you're too close to it when it goes off. So I'm not going to do anything, like I'm not going to test it right now because first of all my parents are home, and second of all I already have a video of it going off. So yeah, not a good weather radio at all. But for $15, I mean, you could get better. I got most of my other radios under $20, and they're twice as good as this. Oh boy, yep. You are seeing this for real. This is not a joke. This is my modified Midland WR10 with a blue light, blue LED. And you're probably asking, why in the world would I put a blue LED in there? Well, the red one is really dim and boring, so I just decided, hey, I have an extra LED. Figured, why not? And it actually looks kinda interesting. And yes, I know that hair is, I gotta get that out of the way. That's annoying. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Cloudy. Highs in the lower 60s.
Again, this one's on KIG 86. And this thing has been modified a lot. As you can see, it does not have the original antenna. This is actually off of the 74109. So I've been doing a little bit of modifying with these, and there's some radios that work good and some radios that do not work good for modifying, and this one was definitely a good one. So yeah, these are really cheap, and I actually recommend getting one of these because they're really cool. And my favorite thing about this, I'm not going to go any further. It's loud. Sounds like a siren. Well, that's because it is, but it's pretty cool. Definitely recommend you get one of these while you can, because they're starting to get more rare, and yeah, they're just really cheap. Go ahead and get you one. Next up is the Radio Shack 12-991. This one I got for a bangin' deal. I mean, this one was well worth the price. It's probably the most advanced weather radio I own, and it's really a good radio, and I got it for $14. And yeah, I couldn't have asked for more when I got it here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Only downside to this radio is the adapter. It's kind of weird. If you buy one without the adapter, you're gonna have a really hard time trying to find one that'll work for it, because it's like a 5-volt adapter, and it's really small, so it's weird. But this one has,
At the John Glenn Columbus International Airport, it was 40 degrees.
Has amazing speaker quality, very good. I haven't even tried messing with this one, so because I don't want to mess this one up. But everything is stock on this. Everything is pretty much completely normal. Again, this one's on KIG 86, and yeah, main reason I got this was because it sounds like a a police siren, and you know, it's just kind of cool. Next up on the list is the Sony ICF whatchamacallit Dream Machine. I don't know what the name is because it's super extremely long, and it's basically my main clock. I have another clock over there, and it's just for if I'm too lazy to look over because this light kind of blocks it. But yeah, this one's also kind of bipolar, like the 74109 when it comes to radio reception, because it doesn't have a solid, a solid external antenna. It's just a wire. Like right now, it sounds fine. This one's also on KIG 86. Every single one of these radios I have is on KIG 86, apart from the next one. So, yeah, overall this one's pretty cool. It's kind of loud. It's a bit louder than I expected, but it'll definitely wake me up if none of the other ones do. So, yeah, that's the Sony Dream Machine. And here we are. I didn't think I was going to get another WR10. I honestly didn't feel like getting another one, but this one was super duper cheap, and it was like $7. So I was just like, well, $7 is $7. We'll see what I get. And it turns out it's a pretty decent version 5. And I know what you're thinking. Version 5, that thing's going to start the high-pitched squeal any moment now. And it hasn't done it yet. I'm hoping it doesn't do it anytime soon, because if it does, I'm gonna get kind of mad. Now this one, it's kind of interesting because this one's on KJY68, I think that's the name of it, Chillicothe, Ohio.
The wind north at 9 miles an hour, gusting to 18. The barometric pressure.
It's acting kind of weird because my phone's near it, but yeah, it's not bad. I decided to pick it up. It was like super cheap, and wall mount it because why not? So yeah, this is the version 5 WR100. Next up on the list is the Motorola Talkabout T480. I think this is the most expensive weather radio I own, and it's not even weather radio, it's a walkie-talkie. But the thing about this is that it's portable. So if I take out this charger thing, it automatically turns on the flashlight, which is actually kind of helpful in situations where we lose power. So turn this on, and you have high and low transmitting, and then I'll just hit mode,
Planning Commission at area code 614.
and that's KIG 86. So, and then this little cloud symbol with the point on it is weather alert. So it's got radio on it, FM, no AM on this. It's kind of weird, but sorry, trying to adjust my phone. It's got, that's basically what the, hang on, I'm sorry, I can't adjust my phone very well. That's basically what the weather alert sounds like. And yeah, overall an amazing portable radio. Not the cheapest though. I got this for $40. They usually sell for around $75. I wouldn't pay more than that for one of these. I see them sometimes for, okay, I see them sometimes for like $100, and that's kind of crazy. Somebody's trying to, I don't know what this guy's doing, but yeah, that's the T480. Amazing radio. Next up is the Realistic Weather Alert radio. I'm not sure what model it is, but it has only 3 channels, believe it or not, only 3. So thank goodness KIG86 is 162.55 megahertz, because other than that I probably wouldn't be able to pick up anything else. This one is basically identical when it comes to sound and all that with the 74109, except this thing is so much more better. It's like, if not twice as good as the 74109, because first of all, the buttons are like keyboard buttons. You just slightly tap it, just slightly. It's so gentle, and it has the test button, which is, the siren's actually quieter on this one. Like, it's about twice as quiet than the 74109, and overall it's just built so much better than the 74109. Definitely recommend picking one of these up. They're pretty cheap, and if you're looking for something that's like the 74109, you want the same effect, just buy this. It's honestly twice as good. And yeah, that's what this one is. It's pretty cool. This here is the most recent radio in my collection, and this is the 74200. Overall, this one's pretty cool. It's definitely my favorite looking weather radio. It's got the traffic light style LEDs, statements green, watch is yellow, and warning is red, except it's upside down, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, overall this one's a really cool radio. I love it. I got it for like 20 bucks, and they're starting to get more and more rare, so I'm trying to get as much cheap rare radios as I can before they're gone. And yeah, definitely a really cool one. Alrighty guys, so that concludes the weather radio collection. Go ahead and subscribe, like, do whatever. Yeah, that's basically it. If we do get severe weather here soon, I will try to get videos of it for you guys. And yeah, just be safe and have fun. Peace.